Welcome back, everyone, to Sip and Spill. This is our weekly show where we invite you all to sit down with us, get a drink, talk about all things life, love, pop culture. We are your hosts. I'm Anna.
And I'm Nikki.
And we've got another great episode for you all today. St. Paddy's Day is coming up, so we are celebrating here at the Sip and Spill pod. Happy almost St. Patrick's Day, Nikki.
Happy almost St. Patrick's Day, Anna.
How have you been? How's life been?
Life has been good.
Good. What you been up to?
Training for this half.
We're training for the half.
We are lucky in this half.
We're gonna need some luck there.
I've been doing a lot of training. Everybody's asking me what's new, and I'm like literally just work and training for the half.
It is a time commitment.
About a month away.
For sure. It really does take time and dedication to doing this. Yes, we are less than a month away. Nikki and I got our race bibs in the mail. Our numbers are right next to each other. So love that for us.
I was trying to see, and again, this will tie in today's episode of like the numbers and like how I always look for signs and like luck. So I was trying to like, what is my number? 4098. Anna is 4097.
Correct.
So I'm like trying to add the numbers, like multiply them. There's nothing. I mean, if I add the numbers, I get 21, and my sister was born on the 21st of October.
That was my sorority number.
Oh,
there you go. You found it.
There you go. Okay. So yeah, I was looking for some sort of sign with that, but we got their luck. They're our lucky bibs.
They're our lucky bibs. We are very excited for this race coming up. It's getting closer and closer and all the more real. So yeah, we are sticking to our training plan. We are getting out there, getting the miles in, getting ready. So hope to see everyone there.
Yeah, I like said to my mom today, I'm like, can you guys come out? She's like, oh, when is it? It's in a month. I'd like to see my nephew at the finish line, and I want to see my dog at the finish line.
Well, we'll be watching.
That's my only request.
We'll be watching out for them as we're trekking through the beach. But yeah, that's.
What about you, Anna? What's new?
What's new? Just got back from another vacation.
Ooh, world traveler.
Oh yes. Went to Punta Cana this time with a friend of mine, and it was a nice time. It was nice to relax, get a few more days of relaxation. I feel like the trip with John earlier last month went by just too quickly, and so an extra 5 days in the sun never hurt nobody. So we had a very nice, relaxing trip. But it's back to the grind, back to work, back to the routine. It's always hard coming back from vacation and trying to get back into day-to-day life. Like, get back into the work schedule, get back to the gym schedule. That haven't done a great job with it this week, but next week is a new week. And yeah, I mean, that's really the most exciting thing going on in my life right now. It's, like you said, just a lot of half training, working, getting it done. But excited for St. Patrick's Day and for this lovely drink we've got here on the table. Nikki, tell us what we're drinking today.
So here we have our Lucky Mule. Mine is a little unlucky. My rainbow sunk to the bottom, but that's okay.
It's okay.
So we have 2 ounces of vodka. We use Tito's. We love Tito's here. 4 ounces of ginger beer, because what's an Irish celebration without a little ginger?
Yep.
A half an ounce of fresh lime juice. And we garnished this rim with some green sprinkles. So how beautiful is that? And of course, we have our rainbow airhead rope on the top as a garnish. So beautiful.
Love it.
Cheers.
Cheers to that. Let's see how it tastes.
Very good. I love ginger beer.
Me too. I was just going to say.
So good.
You know, I didn't know. I actually had to look up if ginger beer was different than ginger ale last night. It is, obviously. And
it's more concentrated than ginger.
You can tell the difference when you drink ginger beer versus ginger ale. But I wasn't 100% sure if they were the same thing or not.
I'll never forget when I went to Bermuda with my family. I don't think you were there that time.
Probably
it might have been,
not.
I think it was like one of the first times we went to Bermuda, like on a cruise. and they had ginger beer there, and my family like never heard of ginger beer before. Like they were like astonished by this drink. They couldn't believe it wasn't real beer. And they actually like bought cases of it that we had to lug home.
Oh my God.
And like
you
as if they find it anywhere.
Right, as if they couldn't get it at ShopRite. They brought cases of this home. Oh my God.
From Bermuda.
That's funny.
And we were like drinking it for days when we got home. It
That
was so
is funny.
good. But yeah. It's I like a good mule. It's very refreshing.
Yeah.
So let us know what your favorite St. Patty's Day go-to drink is. Classic Guinness, maybe in a little Irish whiskey. Let us know.
I love a Guinness. I really do. Like a...
Never had it.
Oh, so
I
good.
poured a lot of Guinnesses. I've never had one.
I like a nice Guinness. Just... Well, I'm a beer drinker in general. So, but I John actually loves Guinness, and he put me on to Guinness. When we went to Disney a couple years ago, I remember we went to that bar in the London area in Epcot, and we got Guinness there, and delish. It's not refreshing in that sense, but it's just like, I don't know. It's a nice hefty stout.
Yeah.
When you're looking for something like that.
It definitely looks hefty. So how are you celebrating St. Patty's Day? Any celebrations going on?
Not as big of celebrations as we've had in the past, I would say. I think we're going to my uncle's house next week for some corned beef and cabbage.
Okay.
But otherwise,
maybe that will be my first recipe using the crock pot. I still have yet to dust off the crock pot.
Oh, you got to try a corned beef.
Yeah.
I have no idea how you go about making that.
All I know is I think you have to pour beer on top.
Oh, I don't
of
know.
it when making it.
We'll have to look up a recipe and add it to the list of recipes we're sharing here on the Sip and Spill pod as Nikki continues her crock pot journey.
Yeah.
I love a corned beef. You'll have to let me know how it comes.
I'll share it with you, Anna. I'll invite you over.
Oh, thank you.
We'll have some corned beef together.
Thank you.
Oh my God. So last weekend, while you were away, sun in your ass, I was freezing here. We went to the Belmont Parade. That's how you know, like, you're old. Like, I was not having it the entire day. Well, of course, we went to our friend Megan's house, and her parents are the absolute best.
Oh, they're wonderful.
And there was a huge spread of French toast, bagels, cookies, eggs, bacon, sausage, you name it, it was there. So I stuffed my face. That was really good. And then we waited 2 hours on line, this bar called Boathouse, which is like not really a popular like bar. It's not like Bar A or DJs. 2 hours in the freezing fucking cold.
It's crazy.
And my other friend happened to just get on the line, and I look behind me and she's literally a few people back. And I'm like, how did you just get on the line? I look at my phone. I'm like, we've been here for literally 2 hours. That's how many people got off the line behind us.
Sure.
I was fucking pissed. Yeah, it was a disaster. But I will not be doing that again. I will just go to Megan's house for the food, and I will go back.
Come home, knock out.
Exactly.
Hang out with Doll.
Exactly.
Watch a movie, and
that's
you're
a
good.
good day for me. But the crowds, I'm just not having it. We're getting too old. The crowds are getting younger. We're getting older. So
yeah.
But anyway, the day before St. Patty's Day, I'm really excited. I'm going to be going to a New York Rangers game.
All right.
Against the Oilers.
All right.
So hopefully we have some luck of the Irish there.
Some luck there.
We pull a win.
Exciting. Do you remember that movie on Disney Channel, The Luck of the Irish?
Oh my God.
I loved that movie, and I loved that guy.
He was so handsome.
Oh
he
my
was
God.
From Smart House too, right?
I think he was.
Yes.
Yeah, he was like an OG Disney Channel star.
Yes. I wonder where he is now.
I know. Oh, I have to watch that movie again soon.
Yeah.
I used to look forward to that movie
I watch
every
Smart
year.
House every now and then. Like, I'm just in the mood. Like, I
saw that
always
once.
wanted that bedroom, like, with the screen where she, like was laying down and it was, like, a thunderstorm.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
There was another one where she was in front of the Disney castle. Like, oh, my God. God, they should replicate Smart House and like put it in one of like the Disney.
They should.
Why
They
not?
should have an OG Disney Channel area.
Yes.
Somewhere in Disney.
I want to be in Lizzie McGuire's bedroom.
Yeah, I would go. I would 1,000%.
I want to be in Raven Simone's kitchen.
Yeah, I would 1,000% spend my money to go see something like that. Camp Rock.
Camp Rock.
Camp Rock.
Yeah.
I would pay good money to get on a Camp Rock stage. We gotta get Disney to get on this.
Remember, did you ever see that movie Leprechaun? It was like the scary about the scary
I don't watch
movie.
scary movies. I do not watch scary movies.
Me and my sister have been watching scary movies since we came out the womb. And like, I will only watch scary movies with somebody. She's crazy that she will watch them by herself. Like, you'll catch her like at any time of day watching a scary movie. And she always had it on. And I would watch it with her. And it was kind of funny, obviously. It was kind of like Chucky kind of laugh. But yeah, that was another one. Another movie, Brooklyn. Did you ever see Brooklyn?
No.
It's about this Irish immigrant that comes to Brooklyn and she falls in love, and it pulls at my heartstrings.
I feel like I watched that part of that with you one time at your house. I feel like I remember this.
Every time I like have somebody over, like I put it on for Liana. I just have to like put it on for people.
Yeah.
If I find a good movie, I got to make them watch it.
The full thing.
Do you believe in luck? This is the question of the day.
That's an excellent question. Do I believe in luck? I want to say yes, but I'm skeptical of things like lucky possessions. Like if people say they have a lucky sock that they always wear, or like stuff like that. I'm like, I don't know if that really was doing anything for you. But I do think that the universe works in ways where something can happen to you, and it's very fortunate that it happened to you. Whereas, someone else may experience the opposite thing. And like, the unlucky person. I don't know if that's making sense, but to answer the question, yes, I do believe in luck, I guess based on the situation.
Right.
What about you, Nikki? Do you believe in luck?
Yes, I do believe that there are lucky situations, lucky people being at the right place at the right time. Excuse me. But this leads us into Dr. Richard Wiseman. So he authored a book called The Luck Factor. So he explores the science behind luck, and he basically breaks it down into practical steps and ways that we can all become luckier. So basically, the idea behind it is that luck isn't this mysterious or random force. It's actually something that you can influence through your mind, so in your mindset, so changing your mind. And I have not read this book, but it's on my list. I've read The Secret, and The Secret talks about people that were thinking about, let's say, winning the lottery, and they think about it so much that eventually it happens, or they think about money and ways, again, ties into like all manifestations. But an experiment that Wiseman is most famous for involved giving two groups of people. So there was those that considered themselves lucky, and then those that considered themselves unlucky, and he gave them the same task. So basically he asked them to look at a newspaper and count how many photos were inside. Sounds simple, but there was a twist. In the middle of the newspaper, there was a large, bold message that read, "Stop counting. There's a $100 bill in the next column." So the lucky people spotted the message almost immediately, while the unlucky people completely missed it. This key difference was that the lucky people were more aware of what was going on around them. They were open to the unexpected surprises, and they were willing to think beyond the task at hand. Where the unlucky people, on the other hand, were focused on the task that they missed the opportunity altogether.
See, I feel like I would fall into that group of people because I'm so like, if I'm given something to do, I'm just gonna focus on that. I'm gonna focus on what I was told to do, and I'm going to do it and complete it. And it's gonna cost me $100 apparently.
Yeah. So apparently, to Wiseman's conclusion, luck is not random. It's about preparation, positivity, being open to possibilities around you. So if you're someone who feels unlucky, you can shift your mindset and start inviting luck into your life. So you basically increase the chances of good fortune by being open, positive, willing to take on some risk. So it's all about creating your own luck, being aware of the idea of the unexpected. And I can definitely relate to this. I feel like when they say it rains, it pours. And I think that's because of your own mindset. Like if one thing goes wrong in the morning, like I'm constantly just like, oh, what's next? That's like if something happens, you're immediately like, oh, what's next? And then it's like, okay, here, there's this and this and this. And it's just like a whole like waterfall of things that happen. So we have to be open to positivity, shifting your mindset, which I struggle with very much so, I think, on a daily basis. That, like, you want to wake up with a positive mindset, and sometimes you do, but then some things, there's a shift that happens. So you kind of have to like fight that and continue being positive and being more open with your day. Make your own luck happen.
I agree. It's you're in the driver's seat. You decide how the day is going to go, what road you're going to take, and it's easier said than done to focus on the positives. I agree with you. I have plenty of days where I like one little thing at work goes wrong, or I don't make it to the gym in the morning when I want to, or anything like that. And it just, for the rest of the day, I'm like, oh, God, like, how am I going to get through the rest of this day knowing I'm off to this start already? But got to try to see the positives and redirect where you can and make it a good day at the end of the day. So yeah, interesting take from Dr. Wiseman. I feel like when you have a last name like Wiseman, how can you not be a doctor?
How could you not be wise?
How could you not be wise? How could you not say wise things, Mr. Wiseman?
But I do feel like also like, and I always bring this example because it's just something huge that's recently happened to me. But like buying my house, like constantly, like I was constantly focused on it. I couldn't stop thinking about it. Even my job, like I was always thinking about like the next step, like where this next job would take me. And like, before both of these big things happened to me, like I would always have dreams of like money, finding money, and like money is fortune. So yeah. And again, you have to go after it. You could say like, oh yeah, that's something that I really want. But if you feel like it's too out of reach for you, then you're not likely gonna go after it. So, it's not about waiting for the pot of gold to fall into your lap.
As much as we would love it to, as much as I pray that a pot of gold falls into my lap one day, I'm looking at the end of this rainbow here for the pot of gold, but not seeing it yet.
This just goes to show, like, me and Anna, like, my rainbow was literally at the bottom, and this is how me and Anna, like, literally think and are. Like,
that's not true.
No, it is. Okay, I got it out, but...
See?
And it just went right back down. Anna's very positive, where my glass is always half empty. Anna's glass is always half full. Her rainbow's sitting at the top. Mine just sunk again to the bottom. It's all right. Creating your own luck. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. On that note, I already gave my thoughts a little bit on like lucky items. Do you believe in lucky items? Do you have a lucky sock?
I'm Italian. I got the Italian one, but today I put on this horseshoe because apparently, you know, for the horseshoes are lucky.
Yeah.
So I got this necklace, TJ Maxx. But normally I believe in the people, you know, putting the bad juju on you. Yeah. So you got to give them the Italian horn right back. So usually I have my Italian horn on, but today I do not. But I do believe that if somebody's giving me a little stank eye, I got to put my Italian horn on, and I fucking run to my bedroom and I put that shit right on my neck.
Yep.
When bad things are happening, I'm like, fuck, I don't have my necklace.
Yeah.
So that's I was given to it at birth. It was pinned onto me from a baby, and I wear it around my neck.
Love it. I do the knocking on wood. Like if somebody says something, and like I think it's a jinx, I'm like,
yeah, you have to
knock on the table, knock on my head.
You have
like
to.
that I will do. Like I just am too afraid of some bad things actually happening.
Also, Roseanne loves the red ribbon. You have
my mom
have
too.
The red ribbon before you have a test. Anything she pins the red ribbon. Or if I'm like, fuck, I'm literally having zero luck, she'll pin the red ribbon on me before an interview. Red ribbon.
Yep.
So that's another.
We always had a red ribbon on growing up. There's a lot of Italian superstitions. Like, you know, Irish people and Italian people are so like, they have a lot of similarities and common beliefs and things. And like, I feel like Italians, we've got a lot of lucky items, the horn, the red ribbon, you know, other things, you know, so some of it, again, some of it, like maybe I'll do a little bit of, but other things I'm not claiming.
No shoes on the table, which like my mom flipped the fuck out every time I was painting shoes.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Really?
You're not supposed to put shoes on the table, but obviously, where am I supposed to paint
It's
them?
a good thing you have a side business where you literally paint shoes on the table.
That drove my mom up the wall.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, it's all those superstitions. Anna and I are not Irish.
Not a lick.
No, but my nephew is. My nephew is a little Irish boy.
The little leprechaun.
He's so sweet. He has red hair.
He does. He really does. I don't know where he got it from, but he does.
He's so cute. I love him.
Love. We just had a lovely morning with him.
Yes. He had bread, piece of bagel.
He had a whole feast this morning.
My mom made him a quesadilla, yogurt bites, cookies. I don't want to be changing that diaper. I do not want to be changing that diaper.
No. So, speaking of green, we got a lot of green here today. Let's kick off some pop culture news happening. And as you guys know, we love to talk about Shrek here at the Sip and Spill pod. So, if you haven't seen already, we're getting closer to Shrek 5 coming out.
Go on.
And they dropped a first teaser, and all I gotta say is, what the fuck happened to Shrek? Because
is he jacked?
No.
Has he been working on his fitness?
No. They just totally changed the look of Shrek.
What?
Not totally. I shouldn't
Does he
say
have hair?
totally. No. He's in the same outfit. He's in the same everything.
I have not seen it.
But the difference in appearance from how they made Shrek, and all of them look in the early 2000s compared to now. We're going to show Nikki because she hasn't seen it. And we'll put a little comparison up on the screen for everyone because it's driving the internet crazy. So this is Shrek, back in 2000. And this is how Shrek's going to look in 2026 when the movie comes out.
2026?
Yeah. Yeah. No. This is not my Shrek.
No.
This is not the Shrek I grew. Look at Fiona. Look at Donkey. Not a fan. Not a fan.
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know. I don't know. They fired whoever did Shrek, the first 4 Shrek movies, apparently. And whoever they hired, no good. We don't like them. We don't like them.
It looks like a video game. Like, like a video game spin-off?
Yeah.
Where it like doesn't look like...
It's like they
did it to the princesses. What happened to the Disney princesses?
Oh, yeah. I mean, nobody can let good things stay the same.
No.
There always has to be change. So
wait, is it still Mike Myers' voice?
Yeah. The whole cast is coming. Well, I don't know about the whole cast, but most of the original cast, Mike Myers, Cameron Diaz, Eddie Murphy, they are all coming back.
Didn't they say Cameron Diaz quit acting?
She did. She basically only takes roles like every once in a while, but she really has not acted in a lot of stuff in the last recent years. I think she was on something on Netflix recently, but she's got a wine brand. She's got Shrek money. She's living life. She's good. I mean, if it were me, I would have done the first 4 Shrek movies and I would have hightailed it out of there. After that, I would have been.
I do love Cameron Diaz. I loved her. And did you ever see The Holiday?
I did see The Holiday.
I love that movie.
I liked her in. Do you ever see The Other Woman?
Yes.
Yeah, she was good in that too.
That's Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, I think she was in that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good movie. But also joining the cast is Zendaya. Zendaya is going to play Shrek's teenage daughter, which I want to know what happened because he's got 3 kids, so I want to know what happened to the other 2 kids. Remember in the third movie, he had the 3 triplets?
Shrek babies.
So
I wanted a Shrek baby so bad. I love them.
They were so cute. They were cute. So we've got that coming up.
Are you going to make us another snack box to go see the movie?
Absolutely. For those of you who tuned into our Wicked recap a few months ago, I made us some nice green and pink themed candy boxes.
That was so nice.
So I will absolutely make another Shrek green candy box when the movie comes out. Be there or be square.
Love Shrek. It's such a comforting movie too. I feel like I was younger and I was sick, my mom was you want to watch Shrek? And she put Shrek on. I loved Shrek.
It's just good. It's just funny.
Yeah.
It's got all of those adult jokes that went over your head completely when you were a kid, but now you get it and you laugh about it. It's just it's pure.
Oh my God. So when the Nintendo DS first came out, I got it had the double screens. Mm-hmm. And at that point they started making that you could watch movies on the Nintendo DS. Yeah. And I had Shrek 1 and Shrek 2. Oh my God. And I was so excited. I used to watch it on there.
Oh yeah.
That little tiny fucking screen.
Yeah.
That's smaller than any screen I've ever seen.
Remember the TVs in the backs of the car seats that our parents would get, and those got stolen out of our car once.
Oh my God.
Because my mother used to leave the car unlocked
no.
Don't come to my house. But she used to leave the car unlocked every night. And there was a period of time where I don't know, people were just going through the neighborhood, going through people's cars, seeing what they could find. And one day we get in the car. I think we must have been on the way to school or something because it was early in the morning. We're rushing out of the house. We're in the car. And I knew something was off, but I didn't know what. Oh. And then my mom starts realizing, oh my God, somebody must have came into the car. The door was loose when I opened it or this and that. And then I'm they stole the TVs. The TVs are gone from the back of the seats.
Oh my God.
And she was shit.
See, we had the one that pulled down from the roof. Yeah. So you just came down. Yeah. I'll never forget when my mom got that car. She took me and my sister for a drive and we watched Scooby-Doo in the back seat. It was just I loved it. That was a core memory.
That to me was if you had a car that had the TVs built into it, you were rich. That was
it was so cozy too.
It was so nice. I used to remember going to a friend's house and being so excited for their mom to come pick us up because I knew they had the TV in the car already, and it was gonna be a 5-minute drive, but it was we get to watch TV on the way home in the car. That to me was like luxury.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know if they even still do that? No.
Yeah,
right?
I'm sure. I mean, every now and then I see kids watching TV when
I
I'm
feel
driving.
like kids are so on the iPad now that it's like everyone's just got their own iPad and like
True.
they'll watch what they want on the iPad instead of having the one TV that you had to fight over what you were going to watch.
Do you have Video Now?
I did have Video Now. My God.
I had a pink Video Now, and I'll never forget when I went to school after Christmas. I literally held my Video Now like this in the middle of a circle, and everybody like just crowded around watching it. On my Video Now, I remember I had some like Raven Simone, like I think it was like a Raven Simone documentary. I don't even remember. And like, I remember her like saying how she would like wake up in the morning, how she would get ready. And she's like, oh, I just take a baby wipe and I wipe my face. So I like used to like grab baby wipes every morning. Like, I'm like Raven Simone. Yeah, I loved Video Now.
I remember when that first came out. Because remember, they had the first version that was like this big clunky thing, and it only had this little. They've all had little tiny screens, but like the first one I had was like this big red thing with the little tiny screen at the top. I think I had SpongeBob on it, like some SpongeBob episodes, and then they released, and it was in black and white. Like they didn't make the colored ones yet. It was like being in the 50s. Yeah, black and white Video Now, and then after some time I had gotten the one with the colored screen, and it was like the smaller version. It was like orange or purple, like whatever colors they came in. We have to find a picture to put on the screen here. Yeah. And then I think, what did I have on there? The Amanda Show. I used to love the Amanda Show.
The Amanda Show too.
Loved the Amanda Show.
Yes.
I had to have that on there. I think that's the one that I remember having. I'm sure I had a couple others. The dancing lobsters. That was good. That was good stuff. Other pop culture stuff, some Vanderpump Rules news actually that just came out. Lala has settled her custody battle with Randall, with the little elf Randall, that fucking guy.
What's happening with him? She won?
They reached a settlement.
All right.
So for Vanderpump Rules fans out there, you know, Lala and her baby daddy Randall had very tumultuous end of their relationship. He was not a good guy. There was a documentary about this guy in LA Times
50 Cent
about this guy. 50 Cent was coming for this man's life. And they share a child together. Her name is Ocean.
She literally looks like Randall.
Oh my God, literally.
Face.
His twin. It's crazy. And, you know, because they were breaking up and, you know, Lala lives a very public life. It was a very public breakup, lots of issues going on. And I know that, like, Randall never wanted the kid to be on the show. The kid was never allowed to be on the show. He had very strict rules about that. I think there was, you know, he was really, like, making it difficult for Lala to integrate her kid into the show. I don't know how important that really was to her, but she mentioned it on the show a few times. There were struggles with like this whole thing and fighting with him over it and all of that stuff. And so just recently, Lala shared that the custody battle has officially ended. They've signed an agreement that's best for Ocean. She's very happy about it. So good on you. I would never want to be in that position. I would never want to deal with anything like that. So can only imagine how, knock on wood.
I'm gonna knock on wood for that.
Knock on wood. Can only imagine how difficult that is for you know, a young woman, a woman of any age or whatever, having a young child and trying to just find her way in the world with it. So good for Lala. Did you see the other Vanderpump Rules of this week?
No.
Jax Taylor,
yes,
has admitted, shared that he's 80-something days sober now after dealing with a cocaine addiction for the last 20-something years. And are we surprised?
No. I saw people were commenting and my jaw did not move. Because literally, what the fuck, Jax?
Yeah. No, I think if you're a long-time watcher of the show and you've kept up with Jax even after he's been off of it, it wasn't, too shocking to see that he has had some issues.
This man was under the influence.
He was under the influence, and I was watching some clips of Watch What Happens Live on TikTok the other day. Tom Sandoval and Kyle Cook were on the other night, and they were talking, and Andy brought up to Tom, he brought up Jax's confession. I don't know what you want to call it, but this news that he had talked about being sober after all these years and whatnot. And even Tom Sandoval was like, yeah, like we all used to party when we were young, most of us grew out of it, but like, I know he struggled with it over the, so like even the cast is like not shocked. It's obviously something that just was clearly there for a long time. And I mean, I'm sure it's something that influenced him and Brittany's relationship. She said that, he's really caused a lot of trauma for their son with this. So
I just feel like in those situations, you can't turn a blind eye to any of that.
No.
Like, don't bring a son into this world when this is going on.
Right.
Make sure the man is clean, and then you will build a life together.
100%.
I mean, take responsibility.
100%. 100%. I don't think she is totally innocent in this game either. It's this clearly must have been something going on in her relationship. I mean, we knew about the cheating already. We knew about, his behavior, his treatment of her, his attitude towards her, all of that. But to throw this into the mix, it's really like,
right.
What are you doing, girl?
But why can't we keep it private? Why do we have to announce?
That's also a great point, is that it really can remain private. He could have gone, I mean, again, we're not shocked, but he could have gone a very long time without
Take care
ever
of you.
admitting this.
Get yourself on your feet.
Right.
And clap for your damn self.
Right.
You don't need anybody to clap for you.
Right. You don't need to have the People magazine story come out and, get talked about.
He just can't stop. He can't stop. He wants to be in the limelight.
Well, I mean,
is his restaurant still open?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Let's look it up really quick. And you know what I love most about his restaurant? There was, I think it was when Tom and Tom were opening Tom Tom. Mm-hmm. And Jack said, don't ever put your name on a restaurant. Don't ever put your own. No, it wasn't Tom Tom. It was Schwartz and Sandy's. Okay. When they were opening Schwartz and Sandy's, he said it was a bad idea for them to use their names in the restaurant name. What does he name his restaurant? Jack's Studio City.
Oh my God, please.
What do you think?
Studio City. Why does that sound like a strip club?
I know, right? That's just the neighborhood it's in LA. But what sense do you make going on TV and saying one thing and then saying the opposite thing for your own restaurant that you're opening up and building and whatnot? I think that's like my Roman Empire. I think about that quite often. And I don't think anybody has ever said anything about this. No one's acknowledged it. So, yeah, now restaurant's still open. Don't know how it's doing. I actually would go on the Vanderpump restaurant crawl if I was out in LA and, had some time to kill. I would go check out Jax's, Tom Tom, Sandwich Shop, hit up a few spots, see how it was. We did go to Lisa's Vanderpump Garden, whatever it's called, in Vegas, and we were not impressed much, but why not? Yeah, need something to do.
You know what I would hit up?
What?
Carl's new venture, which is the
soft bar.
Yes.
I think it's a truck though, right?
Yes. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing some TikTok some TikTok posts about it. It seems like it's a truck. So, yeah.
I think right now he's just on the road with it.
Oh, it says Soft Bar and Cafe, Brooklyn, planning to open. Who knows? But when we find it, that's where I'll be going.
I would go check it out.
I support him. He's on his sober journey. He lost his brother, so I would definitely support that in this Soft Bar.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting how the world is just very like sober curious, open to the idea of not drinking as much anymore. Like all of these things. A Gen Z is very sober curious. They don't really, go out drinking as much as like we did back in the day. So I think something like this is a good idea. And I mean, it's great for people who are sober anyway.
It's not going to be any cheaper than your normal alcohol.
It's not.
I'll tell you that.
They're going to be full price cocktails and, mushroom coffees and all other kind of stuff he's making in it. But it's not going to be cheap. But I think it's a nice option for people who don't want to drink, can't drink alcohol for whatever reason, but still want to have that social aspect. Because that's what drinking is for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. It's how they are social, whether a little liquor helps you open up a little bit more, or like your friends just always want to go to the bar. They don't ever want to do anything else. Like this is the way that we just interact with people now. And so I like this as an option. Yeah. I like this as a non-alc option. Oh, he's got a matcha pinot on here that looks very good. With some spindrift. I'm assuming that's matcha. Looks good. We may have to try that on the pod sometime. Yeah. We have to catch up on Summer House here. We have not started the most recent season just yet. But I've been seeing clips. Paige is coming for Kyle's life.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it doesn't look like it's gonna go well. So
I'll say one thing before we wrap up.
Sure.
Out of respect for your best friend, like just fucking respect the husband. I don't give a fuck. Whatever it is. But like,
yeah,
just like stop. Paige, in my like what I'm seeing, I'm a little bit behind on Summer House, so I am. But I like when you don't like, I don't want to watch them because I know that the end is coming. Yeah. Like I'm kind of stalling.
Yeah.
But she's just like a pick me girl, like just very like annoying little like naggy girl. And I'm just like, just shut the fuck up and sit down. For once, nobody gives a fuck. In my opinion.
Her style's great. I do love her looks. Really do. But to your point, I think that
like I'm not going to go off on my best friend's husband.
No, exactly. And I think I always say this, and I feel like it's not necessarily the right way to always think, but people, for the most part, do not change. This guy has been doing the exact same thing.
Now he is a DJ right now,
Apparently he's a DJ. Apparently he is taking on this new adventure where he's DJing at, a bunch of places in the city. Maybe he'll come out here once in a while. Like, this is apparently something he's wanted to do for a very long time, and now he's doing it. I'm like, okay. But like, his behavior, his attitude, everything about him will not change. He's been like this for over 10 years already. And Paige has been in this house ongoing for at least 5 years. I mean, you know how he is. You know how he acts. Why do you expect him to change as he...
If Amanda puts up with it and she can deal with it, then shut your fucking mouth. It's not your business.
Exactly. I mean, you're not married to him. You don't have to deal with that. So don't worry about it. Now, I understand where, you know, it's when it comes down to like wanting to stand by a friend versus just trying to fight with somebody to fight with somebody. But just think with someone like this who's set in their ways, you know, again, is kind of he's got that Peter Pan syndrome.
Yeah.
You know,
he never wants to grow up.
He'll never grow up. So just let it be. Enjoy your summer. I actually don't know how this house works at this point. I don't know if I doubt Bravo pays for it. I doubt they pay for them to be there, but you never know.
I feel like they would. I feel like they do. And imagine the fucking incidentals that they have to pay. I'm sure they pay a shit ton of incidental fees.
True. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to keep an eye on that. Maybe one day one of them will reveal how that goes on. Because I'm curious. I mean, you know, how that works. But maybe Bravo pays for it. But to my point, somebody pays all this money for you to be in that house. And you're there every week. You don't have a full-time job where you need to be at a desk 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. You can do what you want, work for yourself. Enjoy your time in the fucking house. Enjoy it. You're in this beautiful house in the Hamptons. Why are you going to be fighting with this guy?
That's one thing that I do. Like, I was thinking about this the other day. Like, I really wish I enjoyed the moments that we had, like, at our shore houses. Like, I just didn't really, like... It was just constant chaos, and I really, not that we were fucking living luxury like these fucking people, but you know, we just didn't really have that much to worry about back then. And now, you know, we got a lot of shit going on, but I'll leave you all with an Irish blessing. Oh, let's close this out.
Let's do it.
May your troubles be less and your blessings be more, and nothing but happiness come through your door. And if that's not the ultimate definition of good luck, I don't know what is. So cheers to you.
Oh, I love that.
May the luck of the Irish be with you.
Cheers. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Everybody loved Tyler's name for our fans, Sippers.
Oh, the Sippers.
So cheers to the Sippers.
Cheers to the Sippers. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in to another episode of Sip and Spill. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe, give us a like, give us a comment, share with your friends. Find us wherever you get your podcasts. That is Spotify, Apple, Amazon Music, and follow us on socials. We are at the Sip and Spill Pod on Instagram and TikTok. That is at the Sip and like Nikki Spill Pod on Instagram and TikTok. Follow us, follow along for our content, follow along to keep up with us. And happy St. Patrick's Day. A lucky one to everyone, a safe and fun one for everyone. If you're going out, let us know. Give us a story. Bring a story to us about what wild St. Patrick's Day antics you were up to, because we're just going to be eating some corned beef and enjoying it. But, you know, we'd like to live
and I'll be hoping for a New York Rangers win.
Yes.
The day before.
Yes. But one last cheers. One last cheers for St. Patty's Day. Cheers.
Again, we got my rainbow on the bottom. Hers is still on the top. We love it. Cheers.
I'm going to eat it right now.